Well, because the slang term for a vagina is a beaver, and the slang term for the male reproductive testes is, nuts.
Is it?
I'm sorry.
You don't get to
lost
use
I
this
mean,
as
I
the
don't-
beginning. This is not the beginning of the podcast. You can go fuck yourself.
I
You
mean,
lost me again. Could you continue? Could you
No.
explain further?
yeah. Could you explain that all again? Can you say it into the microphone?
No.
He's already got it. I don't know why he's doing
Uh-uh.
this.
Oh, fuck.
Funnier this way.
Ooh, that was weird.
Oh, what happened?
Oh no.
One of my monitors just almost died.
Well, shit.
That was
That-
That was spooky. All right.
He's
here
dealing
we
with a ghost.
are.
Welcome to the Liquid Courage podcast, everyone.
Wow.
Well, there are ghosts everywhere.
We did it.
Hey, man.
Sure.
Sometimes you just gotta roll into it.
We're here now. We're back.
Life throws us curveballs, but we will always be here.
I
Yep.
For
can't
you.
leave.
We've locked him
Life
up.
throws us curveballs, but Tim will always be in the trunk.
Yeah.
How's your recording session in the trunk going, Tim?
Yeah.
Not bad. Once I get out,
Oh, wow.
I knocked
thought
on
I
the
did a good
metal,
job
but it's
setting
gonna
it
get
up.
a lot of feedback.
Mm.
No, not good. Okay. Well,
Well,
bits are bits.
Bits are bits.
Bits are bits.
By the way, who are we?
Well, I mean, That's Tim. That's Taylor. I'm Sheldon. The Liquid Courage podcast, reiterated.
There
Yay!
you go. Reiterated.
We've come back for our reunion special.
We've never went away.
I don't know.
Some
Things seem
might
a little
argue.
things seem a little different to me than the last time we recorded.
Yeah. Well, your venue's different, but it's fine.
That's right. Can I bring up one thing before we start?
Absolutely.
I think we already started, but sure.
Well, I mean, like before we
Seems
dive
like we're
into
recording.
it. Yeah,
I
sure.
hope we're recording. This is great.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wasn't.
Go on,
No, I was. Tim,
I was gonna kill you.
We are a podcast that started with the majority of us living in Kansas, and now none of us live in Kansas.
Now none of us live in Kansas. We've all migrated to different states.
Yeah.
Some would
It's
say
fun.
we were straight out of nowhere.
I fucking...
We did it. All right.
Did we?
Yeah, we made the jokes, everybody.
Woo, Joe!
See you next time. No.
No.
So we have some episodes to discuss today.
We
I
sure
think
do.
one of them was good. The
Honestly,
other one,
I don't have an issue with either of them. I think both of them are.
Can't tell if it's the
are
drinks or
fine.
not, but I was fine with both of these.
I think both of them are fine. We'll get to them here in a moment.
As
don't know if
Taylor
we
clicks through several windows.
As I make sure that my steez is not completely busted. Yes.
Yeah. Taylor's computer is having some issues with some things.
Yeah, our recording equipment is fine. No notes. I also have a tiny dog who made a guest appearance in this episode because she is apparently very upset at the fact that the world exists and is not cottoning to her ideas of how things should be. So
You know what?
same, dude. Same.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
If I could agree with a dog, I'd be agreeing with them right now.
Yeah. So just be aware of that. But yeah, let's talk about these episodes.
Let's talk about a beaver's tail. That's what it's called, right?
Let's talk about the fact it is. Let's talk about the fact that we're in season 4. We're in the home stretch.
Finally.
Yeah.
Of our
Woo.
courage
Season
pod.
4. And then after all the episodes are done, we'll do an episode where we watch all the commercials that they made for church.
No.
Sure will. Tim, could you take a look over there?
Yeah, what is that?
Could you look at the flowers?
Yeah.
Just take
Oh,
a
they
look at the
smell.
flowers for me.
Yeah.
Is this
Well, literary
Sorry.
joke.
I know, right?
But we're it's gonna be
a
interesting.
fucking. It's gonna be a time.
We'll do other things, I'm sure. But before we get there, we got to get through this. And that is, A Beaver's Tale. We're gonna start with the first episode, the A episode.
Taylor, your front
yes.
yard has flooded with water. What's the first thing you do?
The first thing I do is not jump in it because I'm gonna tell you right now, bad idea. The first thing to flood in any city is the sewer system. So the first thing that comes up to the surface is all of the things that we've tried to put down as far away as possible.
Whatever you flush, I flaunt.
Yeah. So don't. If you ever end up in a situation where stuff starts to flood, don't get in it. It will be very bad for you.
I always thought,
just be aware of that.
This proves that cholera is way more of an epidemic.
Well, there's a lot of places in the world where one watches, like, there's like seasonal flooding. It happens kind of all the time, and you'll see videos of people like playing in floodwater and doing all that stuff. And there's a non-zero crossover of waterborne diseases that take out large chunks of people because of it. So just be aware of that, folks, that are out there in the world. Don't swim in floodwater if you can avoid it.
But if you can't avoid it,
and if you can't avoid it, well, then you're just kind of screwed. You just got to keep your mouth shut. Try to keep your orifices above the water.
I was gonna hope you weren't gonna do the opposite and just be like, no, you might as well go for it. Like, get it in your system.
Actually, if you drink more of it, it will.
You'll build up an immunity.
Just because your family reunion works that way doesn't mean that's the way the world works.
You just go for it.
Every time it could be the last reunion. That's how we have to look at it.
A lot of cholera.
Every time can be the last. Cholera. So live it up. Fucking. So Muriel and Eustace find that their lawn's flooded.
Yeah, they wake up to find that their lawn has flooded, and that Eustace is seeing a great idea of a lake. This is after Eustace has asked Courage. Courage is doing yo-yo tricks, and then he tells Courage to go sweep the porch with a broom. And that's when they find out that actually their entire house has been surrounded by water, and Eustace is very excited to
be a new part of Waterworld.
To be in the Waterworld.
Eustace has been preparing for years.
Years.
Finally.
Years.
Water is now sacred. Wait, isn't that what Waterworld's
Can't wait till
like?
Land is hard to find.
Land nowhere to be found. Gas non-existent.
Drinkable water nowhere.
It's your piss.
It's just piss.
It's just piss.
It's just piss.
I've got this machine that turns piss into water. Well, couldn't you just turn salt water into drinkable? Nope, piss.
Nope, piss. It's got to be piss. Why?
I prefer it to do it the other way around. By the way, I gave it the function to change water into piss. Why would you ever do that?
Well, I can turn water into piss.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You don't need a machine for that, Tim.
We can all turn water into piss.
Yeah, all of us.
Tim?
Tim, you okay?
Things are different now. That's all I can say.
Things are different now.
I moved to Texas and things are different.
Oh.
But so this is what's happening.
Everybody's loving the water until they don't.
Super jazzed about it, and then we cut to Courage getting harassed by a lobster that stole his yo-yo, and then the bag farm is flooding. Like, the house is flooding, and it's bad. And Muriel's freaking out, and she's trying to pour water down a drain, but that's not gonna work. Where's the water gonna go, Muriel? Back out into the thing, because the sewage floods first. They probably have a septic system, which is probably worse, because that probably means that the septic system itself is like floating. Anyway,
it's right there.
I cleaned a lot of flood damage when I was in school. It was one of my jobs. honestly, besides being gross, great. Had a lot of independence.
Oh,
And made a decent amount of money. And yeah, it's gross. It's real bad.
yeah, I can imagine.
It gets real bad. We went into a house.
I was waiting for you to go. No, you can't imagine, Sheldon.
I mean, we went into a house that had like a foot and a half of water, and actually, it's probably 2 feet of water in the basement. Now that I'm thinking about it, and like mice were floating on it because they couldn't get out. They died.
Oh,
It was a vacant house, and yeah,
Very sad.
somebody had put the drain pipes into the window wells, and we got like so much rain over like 3 days, and it just flooded the basement, and we had to go in and clean it. There is no cleaning at that point. It's just someone has to come in and tear the carpet out, and then you get to go in and fog and spray a bunch of
get rid of that
mold remover and scent remover. It's real fun. But
living in the Last of Us timeline.
So that's what the bags are going to have to deal with, as Eustace is still just living it up, thinking this is the best thing that's ever happened to him.
I am almost guaranteed that they have never removed mold from that house, period.
I think structurally that house is half mold, half
98% mold.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they lived with Conway.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? They've got... They literally had zombies in the basement, so it's got to be mold.
Fucking rats living in the walls, big fucking ones.
Yeah.
Nothing that guy's cool. What do you?
Yeah.
He's cool, but he's spreading the cancer in the walls.
Yeah.
Also shitting all over the place. You can only imagine.
Well, the rat that lives in the back house is also the size of Arnold's, like, of like Mike Tyson. And
you're not taking him out.
Yeah, I was like, you're not taking him out. That he's big, he's scary, and definitely takes man-sized shits.
Turns out he's quite hygienic. They use the bathroom.
And so
no problem.
So they're trying to get it out. It's not going to work. Eventually, they realize this is like a bigger problem than maybe
it's affecting all of Nowhere.
Yeah.
And the town of Nowhere?
And
the
town?
The city of Nowhere. As Courage takes his ducky floaty into the city and finds it all absolutely flooded, and then finds a blue man on a raft.
Yes, the orange bearded man.
The orange bearded blue man, the Draugr. That is
fucking deep dwarf.
Yeah, the deep dwarf.
There's something going on at the river.
The spirit of Nowhere River.
Yes.
Who then motorboats? There's some kind of blockage upriver, and then motorboats away with this crazy straw. And that was my favorite person I've ever seen.
Taylor wrote for this episode.
I should have. That dude just works on chaos, man.
That dude. Him and the lit lady, I think, are like the top two of my favorite people.
You want some lit?
That guy's
it's brilliant.
That guy's a Discordian.
Absolutely.
But it just so he takes off, and that's when we find the crux of the problem, which is this big old dam.
It's just a big fucking dam, and you get 3 guesses to guess what's making the fucking dam. Don't look back at the episode's title. Don't do it.
Can you guess? Can you? You're wrong. It was a beaver.
This is the worst episode of Dora that I've ever watched.
Well, a lot of times Dora doesn't say you're wrong. Which I think she should more, actually.
Because you are wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of times where you can't possibly figure out what it is, so you are wrong.
Tim, have you watched an episode of
Yeah, hey, I don't know if you're aware of this, Tim. It's actually pretty easy to tell.
There's no way you can tell. Like when the mouse pointer comes out, it always goes somewhere different.
Tim's up there going, these puzzles are impossible.
I can't figure this out at all.
Whose turn is it? We got to figure out where we're going.
The nurses
Who should we
just
call?
his brain will never recover, but he'll be happy with his life.
He can still do podcast.
We got to figure out where we're going. Who should we call next? And Tim goes, backpack.
Sorry, it was the map.
That's right, the map. Fuck, this game is too hard.
I'm just right next to Tim, like, you fucking idiot. It's the backpack, and then we're both wrong, and I'm like, oh.
And the worst part is when you should see how upset I get when Swiper comes on the scene. Oh my god!
Well, it's because you kept saying Swiper, go swiping, and you can't. What are you doing, Tim? You gotta say no swiping.
Dora's in the inner city. Get him, Swiper.
Swiper, I need you to kill her. Swiper, she's wronged us both.
Swiper, we had a deal.
Swiper, it's time to start swiping.
So, no. Hey, tiny dog. I can't believe I'm not talking to you. Hey, get.
This is the first time for everything. Yeah.
Don't do it.
I thought he was talking to you, Tim.
I thought so too.
This all stays in. Don't do it.
I mean, I'm not editing this.
Listen,
right.
Tim doesn't get paid for this.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah, he actually sitting on 17 purple mattresses.
I swear to God, if you were getting paid for this, I would drive down to Texas and beat your ass with your purple mattress.
If I was getting paid for this, things would be a lot different. That's all I gotta say. Things would be completely different.
So we get to the dam, we find the beaver, annoyed at Courage, and assaults him as Courage tries to.
How dare you talk to me while I'm doing my job?
I'm doing my job, and like Courage is trying to say like, nah, you've.
Listen,
and again,
you see what you've done? You've destroyed nowhere.
Courage can talk. And this is one of those moments where it's like, this is another animal. We could have a dialogue scene, but instead we just get the Courage noises.
Have you ever tried to make a goblin speak with an orc? It doesn't work out.
Doesn't work out. Are you saying that Beaver and Dog are different?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
They're not only different.
Doglin and Bork. Wait,
yeah.
fuck that up.
It's like deep. It's like deep speak and celestial. You're like, can't do it.
No, it's just not possible.
It's not uncommon. It ain't for me. That's all I know.
What's that? He's a genasi. Can't speak to him.
Any of you speak Infernal? Fuck.
No one ever speaks. No one ever speaks Infernal. By the way,
I speak demonic. Well,
I don't know why. I don't know why so many times there's things that are like, all right, guys, you're gonna make characters. We're gonna be doing this thing, and every fucking module is like, this character only speaks Infernal. Hope somebody has either comprehend languages or they can speak Infernal, and nobody ever does. And so you just end up with like, can you speak Infernal? No. Well, I guess you're gonna fight him then. I don't know.
Roll for murder. Roll for murder.
Do you speak gobbledygook? Anyway.
Yeah. And so we have this. Damn, Courage can't do it. And
the beaver's just not listening.
And the lobster comes back and harasses Courage, but he finally gets his yo-yo back, and then the beaver.
I was literally about to say, why are you talking about the lobster?
But that's where the MacGuffin comes in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have Courage getting the yo-yo back, and then the beaver encasing Courage in concrete. But then Courage is like, I still got an arm out, and I can beat things with this yo-yo. And that's what he tries to do until it gets caught on a pipe. And then he starts laying out a sick bass line.
Yeah, you know, when you pull that string taut, it makes that boom, boom,
boom, boom.
It makes a doing noise, yeah.
We've all pulled a string and just went boom.
Doing, 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 yeah. And
this beaver.
The dulcet tones begin to lull Winona's big brown beaver into of this bass chord begins to get him into the mood to beat out some sick rhythm.
Boom, 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 boom.
Slappity slap, 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 slappity slap, slap, slap. And as the beaver comes down to join Courage, the lobster proceeds to blow Courage up with a stick of dynamite.
As
you know, just something the lobster has lying around, but
consider the lobster.
No, I never will. You stop that.
The lobster, the nature's terrorist.
I would, you know.
That's really funny to me because of my joke that I made, and I don't know if anyone, but I'm very happy with the outcome of it. There's gonna be like one guy who's gonna be like, well, actually, that guy is like, no, he's not. He's an idiot. Listen to him.
Hi, it's me.
No, it's not you.
No, it was me.
No, there's a very specific type of listener that would hear "Consider the Lobster" and get really excited that I said that, and then get really mad that I criticized the person that coined that phrase because they're an idiot who couldn't make their own fucking bed.
Jesus Christ, what a cut!
Let's see.
12 rules of my ass. Fuck that guy. And I'm not gonna say his name. And there you go. But those of you that know, you know. Those of you that don't know, you don't need to know. And those of you that are mad at me, go consider the fucking lobster.
Also, you're listening to the wrong podcast. I tell you that right now. The back. There's the other one. Yeah.
But you see, then the beaver comes down angry. He's like, "No, I can't play music.
I can't hit those skins.
My father, Father Woodchuck, Father Beaver,
Papa Beaver,
Papa Beaver.
Father didn't want it.
He didn't want it. He tells me it's a worthless fucking job. I have to be in construction. That damn beaver. It's the only thing I'll be good for.
Yeah, and that's the. Yeah, I mean, he shows that to him via
kaleidoscope.
No, what are they called? They're called.
I got it right here.
We all have
the
those
little
Viewmasters.
The Viewmasters.
Viewmaster. There's a reason why I know that, and you'll find.
Well, no,
is it because you have a Viewmaster?
Yeah.
That's one of it. I also keep my origin story on it, but.
Yeah, it's real graphic pictures.
It's just real. It's just
your dad was really weird when he printed up a bunch of Viewmaster reels of just your birth and then gave them to family and friends.
You know what? They appreciated it a lot more than the 8-track recording.
Here, son. It is the moment of your conception. Caught in Viewmaster.
Caught in Viewmaster. There's like 8 slides.
Here he is grounding.
Weirdly detailed.
and then it's just like, we don't know where we lost it. I think we donated it to some Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Mommy, I want the Viewmaster. It's got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Winnie the Pooh and oh my god!
And one that says Tim's birth.
My eyes! My tiny eyes!
And then this is just the beginning of one of those fucking Viewmasters from Psychonauts.
Oh yeah, perfect. Absolutely.
Oh god, this is where the trauma came from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Then he burned down the Goodwill.
Emotional baggage. And then so we see that through that, but it doesn't stop courage. We got to use.
Just got to keep playing that.
Got to keep playing. Beat. And eventually, the beaver joins in, slaps his tail so hard, dam come down.
And the beaver himself exclaims that I'm not gonna do construction anymore. I'm gonna do music.
Yeah, water go away. Dam come down.
Socialist lost to a dead end job.
Yeah,
right. Some would say that we freed the beaver and we broke the dam.
So he said it. Roll credits. He said the title.
Free the beaver, break the dam. Put it on a shirt.
And then we end up with a cut to the Hot Jazz Club, where Muriel and Eustace, who's reading a paper, and the beaver's parents, whose beaver dad is reading a paper, listen to some hot jazz.
It's really not hot. It's like
pretty
the coolest
hot.
Jazz.
It's pretty hot jazz.
Jazz isn't hot most of the time.
Jazz is hot.
No,
Michelle, it's supposed to be. It's actually supposed to be cool, isn't it?
It's so cool.
Hot jazz.
Hey.
Hot jazz, hot jizz, like George Lucas wanted.
And then the father issues are never resolved.
Never resolved.
Just like Star Wars.
Sometimes your father just isn't happy with what you did.
Sometimes you gotta be happy with what you do,
no matter who anyone says.
Yeah.
And sometimes
don't listen to the haters. Is what I'm saying.
Your dad cuts off your hand.
Follow your dreams.
Do people still say haters?
Yeah.
With an 8.
Also, this is what I wanted to talk about in this episode, is that this episode has a very prominent thing that apparently Gen Z, and if you're listening in Gen Z, this isn't a criticism of you, this is just a sign of the times, is, and that is, so, recently, on the Tic Tacs,
I want to hear it.
there has been an influx of people mocking, like, pre-2000s animation, and like a little bit of 2000s too, about the we've seen it a couple times in Courage, where like it's panning across a wall and very clearly there's an object that's going to be interacted with, and it's painted or colored differently than the background.
It was to help me know what's gonna move later.
It's like compositing. That's what it is.
Like in Scooby Doo, you know, that happens.
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah,
right?
every time it's like every time you have a school scene, one of the lockers is a little bit
a little bit lighter. The evidence is.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, that's just a sign of like the animation at the time. That was just how you did it, because you would have to draw a whole background, and then that would make sense that this part's gonna move, right?
It's also compositing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just like what it is. It just kind of happens. There's a little bit of the hint thing, but like the current generation on the Tic Tacs are making fun of old cartoons because of it. And it's just like, guys, I know that you grew up in a time where we have digital, like, everything, and everyone's doing shit digitally. But when people had to do this shit by hand, man, this is the only way it worked, because it was put on slides, guys. Like, there's levels and layers. You can't be this. Come on.
Yeah,
be nice.
Just let it happen.
Like they're essentially going like, wow, these animators are so shitty from back in the day. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen. It's like, you grew up in a world where a supercomputer is in your pocket. Let them have this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of animation softwares now that we take for granted. Like you can draw for the 4s or 2s or whatever you want to call it, but basically you don't have to draw every single fucking frame anymore. And that is astonishing, right? Like
that is what has gotten rid of it.
I kind of missed that animation style, to be fair. Not Scooby-Doo's in particular.
Yeah, but it
can be really good.
It's still done. And that's the other thing though, is like, it just happens, and like it happens in the 80s and it happens in the 90s and it happens in the early, because even though digital stuff is breaking through, people are not using it in the same way. They're using it to draw shit by hand, just on a computer. And so you have all these different things. But what I'm saying is, hey, Gen Z, there's a lot of things to criticize about the past. This one's one of those ones where you just go like, appreciate that you didn't have to deal with it, because we all did, and we can move on.org.
You know what? I can't wait for Gen Z to find the era of country music right after 9/11.
They have, Tim. They've already found it, Tim.
Absolutely.
They've fallen in love with it sometimes.
No, they haven't. No. See, that's the other thing, though, is Gen Z. I have several. I don't really have criticisms. They're just more like observations. I'm like Mickey Rooney. Is that his name?
I don't know if you want to compare yourself to Mickey Rooney.
Is it Mickey Rooney? Which one was the one that it was like, I got another thing to say? Was that Mickey Rooney?
That was not.
Was that it?
Mickey Rooney's the actor. I think it's Eddie
Mickey Rooney's the actor who did Yellowface in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yep, that's exactly. And
you don't want to be that.
Let's see. Fuck, he was on 60 Minutes. I know what you're talking
about. Yeah, was that
Andy Rooney?
Andy Rooney. There's Andy Rooney. What was the guy on the radio in our neck of the woods that was like, he died several years ago.
I mean,
and he was like a slice of life guy. Either way, this isn't a complaint about you, Gen Z. I thoroughly enjoy the chaos that you bring to the table.
It's a little like a complaint,
but it's more along the lines of like, hey, this is a fundamental misunderstanding of like where you are in the world and where they were in the world and where we were in the world. Consider. Think for 30 seconds. Anyway. And now I'm going to go back to my library and just stare at books and be a curmudgeon.
I do want to bring up one other thing about
Gen Z loves libraries, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows that. They're vitalized. Pay for shit? That's pretty rad.
Yeah, I got the gist of that.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gen Z loves libraries.
We got it. We got
Absolutely. Well, when they're homeless and poor, you know, they know where to go.
He said it. Hey, cancel him.
you.
Not me. Get him. He
But
called
if you're homeless and poor, yeah, that's where you go.
Yeah, the housing market's about to crash. Like, it's not. There's no
It's
Einstein.
not about to crash.
You're right. By the time
has.
I was gonna say, by the time this episode gets out, it's crashed.
No, it's just the stupid banks that failed.
I mean,
they can't fail.
No, they did actually. Yeah,
They
we did a
legitimately
thing.
did fail.
They're not
yeah.
allowed to fail.
No, actually, that's the thing. Is that turns out they are, and we just don't have to like capital. It's weird. It's like capitalism does have a built-in kind of thing here sometimes. And if you like do the thing that you're supposed to do, you just let shit fail.
But people have been telling me banks don't fail for
like that one did.
Years now.
Yeah,
guess what?
Did. Yeah.
Remember when things were too big to fail? Turns out, don't have to be. They can just fail.
What?
And all the crypto bros right now are going nuts because they're like, the banks are failing. We were right.
No, they're not. You know why they're not?
Right. Yeah.
Because you want to know why they're not doing that? Because a whole bunch of those crypto bros had their fucking money in Silicon Valley Bank.
Yep, they did. You're not wrong. I
it's
follow
so
it
dumb. Hey, welcome to the dating of the podcast.
I've lost the thread.
The second largest banking failure in American history happened, and most people are going, "Yeah, we're fine." And there's like a subset of the population, maybe like I don't know, say the 1%, are losing their shit, and it's really funny to watch.
Never been happier to be part of Bank of America.
Never been happy to be.
That's the first fucking time anyone's ever said that
in their entire life. I want to bring up one other thing before we go into trivia and everything about this episode.
Damn it, Tim! I was gonna say I couldn't wait for trivia. I wanted you to tell me the trivia.
Don't worry, there's not only trivia, there's a little extra. But before we get to there, I do want to talk about how amazing of a dam builder this fucking beaver is.
With a few pats, it's smooth as silk.
He built a concrete dam in like a day, right? Because no one notices this is happening.
They're good at it.
It's what they do.
And he's really good. He's a prodigy.
Yeah.
But he hates it.
But I know.
It doesn't matter if he's good at it. It doesn't bring him joy.
The irony.
This does not inspire joy.
This does not spark joy. He takes it down.
There was a C plot that they could have really, really hammered home here. That's all.
They really could have just gone like, son.
Yeah.
I know you know. I think this is foolhardy, but if it makes you happy, whatever, you can do jazz.
I think they really could have brought a C plot of watching the beaver get all the permits to build this dam.
That's absolutely. Well, that's
they could have brought a C plot of finding Eustace get all the permits to make this water park.
No, he won't do that, Sheldon. You and I both know that. He won't do that.
I just want to see one inspector come to Eustace Water Park and go, "Fucking Christ, my guy!
This is more piss than water."
Look at the South Park episode.
I would tell
this
you
80% piss and 20% water.
I'd fucking mount all the problems with your park, but I'd be here all day. We're just honestly, gonna shut you down.
It'd be easier to tell you what you didn't fuck up.
I was gonna say, it's like we can't even say this is a park. It's not a pond. It's definitely just sewage. Anyways, here's trivia.
You just can't wait, can you?
Cut him off at the pass.
It's not just trivia. I also want to talk about the two comments that are on this because they were both.
You don't have to bring up comments.
Go to trivia.
We go to trivia. We don't want to call.
Is looking through the snapshots of Beaver's life. There's a word pun behind the Beaver's father.
Is it that damn beaver? Because
it is that damn beaver.
Damn beaver.
Which is implied to be the company the beavers work for.
Double entendre.
It also doubles as a way to yell at the father for smashing his son's dream.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a play on the word that damn beaver.
I don't think they were looking that far.
It doesn't have to be that complicated.
It's early thousands, like yeah.
It's like, wow, we got the word damn in our cartoon show.
The two comments. The first one was from December 20th, 2021. Pretty recent, not super recent, but close enough. I think that Mr. Beaver wanted his son to build a dam to flood nowhere, since he hates music there.
Yep.
Specifically, are they known for music? is nowhere known for music.
Absolutely. Kansas is known for its music. Have you ever heard of the band Kansas?
Tim, I'm gonna strangle you.
We're gonna take you away. We're
The
gonna take you away.
The other comment, which was posted 2 months ago, January 11th, 2023. It surprises me the wiki doesn't mention the use of Viewmasters in this episode.
I think we need to add that.
I will be adding that, actually.
Yeah, just for that guy.
Just add the Viewmaster.
Yeah.
And that's it for trivia and extra stuff on the wiki for this episode.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's pretty short. I mean, honestly, I liked the damn
I like
damn
the
episode.
father not appreciating his son.
I think this was I did too. It was silly.
It was something.
I thought it's a simple episode.
Yeah.
Simple but funny.
I think it deserves 4 lobsters with dynamite out of 5.
No. I was gonna say 4 backed up sewage out of 5. So pretty even.
I'm gonna say 4 leaky pipes out of the side of the dam out of 5.
There's got to be I've been sitting here for a while.
Trying to figure out
a better one.
No, I was trying to think of a joke. There's got to be some kind of lobster terror joke, right? Like we could do we could do a play on words between lobster and a terror group.
Are you gonna? We're going back to the joke where so when the lobster
crustaceans.
When the lobster put the piece of dynamite on Courage and blew him up, I said the lobster, the nature's terrorist.
Yeah, but I'm trying to. There's gotta be a pun that I can put in here, right? I was like, it's gotta be. I was trying to do the crustacean IRA, but that doesn't. The CRA, the Crustacean Rebellion. See, it doesn't really work the same way. I was trying to do a fun little pun there, and I can't get a good pun in.
The worst part about this,
about it.
If you really wanted to do this joke,
Al Crabba did it.
There you go. I was gonna say you're
he's
just
a member of Al Crabba. Al Clauda. God damn it, Al Clauda. That's better. Al Clauda.
Al Clauda.
Clauda.
He's got a real grudge against a couple towers.
Oh God, he really didn't like that dam.
Yeah.
I will say,
Citizen Snips.
Crustaceans Legion. They're gonna take over Hoover Dam. There you go.
I like New Vegas. Yeah.
New Vegas? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Boys. What are we doing?
The thing is, so I'm gonna lay out everything in the second episode, the B episode here, but I'm gonna go ahead and preface this with it's the Nutcracker, okay?
Do you like the Nutcracker episode?
So understand, this is gonna it's gonna be kind of a short little wrap up here for this one because it's just the Nutcracker, which means they're using all the Nutcracker iconography and lyrics, music and everything, and I'm going to be able to do that pretty effectively, I would hope. I have to one moment, please. Vamp for me while I tell a dog to not scratch up my couch.
Absolutely. As Taylor is stopping what we can only assume is domestic.
A huge dog fight.
Yeah.
A big dog fighting ring. He's putting his bet on his dog because he knows she'll win. He just knows it.
Just knows. The best part about this is that it sounds like you walked away as well. You were a little bit farther away.
No, I didn't walk away.
No, I know. It's just
all right.
Sheldon came back to help.
Yeah. Yeah. He ran down the stairs as I had to go deal with a dog trying to claw through my couch.
How's the dog fighting ring?
They're fine. It's really just she's 1 year old and she's clawed the entire world, and the answer is no. What if you didn't, buddy? And she's like, no, I think I'm gonna. And so I have to routinely just come out and clap at her to just be like, knock it off. And she's like, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me to do. So I have to be able to like step out of the room and just go no. But she's got about 30 toys down here, so we'll see if that'll work. And none of them can squeak because she figured out how to make them squeak. And now I gotta and I can't. I've started hiding those. I've started hiding the ones that she's learned to squeak.
Is she like my dog, where once she learns they can squeak, she likes to disembowel them and take the squeaker out?
Oh, Gravy, she just destroys any of them. Does it have stuffing? What if it didn't? That's her MO. What if it had stuffing? What if it didn't? And the other my other boy, my good boy, he's just like, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. She's crazy, and he just like sits under my desk and is like, what a nutso dog, until he decides, what if I also go crazy for like 45 minutes with her and just rile her up and then just leave you with her. It's like my dog is like an uncle. It's weird.
As an uncle, your dog is an uncle.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
You're an uncle, Tim?
I am. Yeah. I'm a double uncle. I don't know.
A dunkle.
A dunkle.
All right.
Don't like that.
Dunkachino.
Oh, now I'm part of the mob.
All right. No, that was that Dunkin' Donuts thing for a bit there?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Oh, that's right, it was. Yeah.
I haven't thought of a Dunkachino in forever. And if you notice, listener, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get there.
It'll take like 5 minutes when we get to it.
It's going to be a bit, though, okay? So
you're going to have to live with us talking about random shit for a while.
All right, so if you've seen a Nutcracker plot, you've seen them all. But basically, the bags are at the junkyard. Look at LaSalle's junkyard, looking for junk.
Is a Nutcracker involved, Taylor?
And as they're looking for things, Courage ends up finding a Nutcracker toy.
I fucking knew it.
I knew it. Is it really a toy?
No, it's just a Nutcracker. But yeah,
Nutcracker's barely a toy.
And he loves it, and then they get locked in because of
the
reasons.
Rats.
No, they get locked in. They get locked in because the truck comes and the door shuts, but it doesn't really make any sense as to why. So it's just reasons. And
as a man who's been to a few garbage yards,
not only is
there's
it
no yard.
Yeah. Not only is it no reasons, but like the gate closes and no one seems concerned.
No, it's just reasons. They're locked in for reasons.
I guess we're hanging out at the dumpster this night.
Yeah.
And
get the fire going.
Yeah.
Let's fucking cook some s'mores. It's fine.
Muriel makes a tent.
Welcome to Kansas.
Eustace finds his a TV that he can't watch. And then that's when we have the two antagonists show up, which are two rats who are dancing ballet to a medley of the Nutcracker.
Would you like to know?
Isn't the bad guy in Nutcracker a rat?
He's the Rat King.
Ah, fuck!
Yeah.
I
told you, dude. It's literally just the Nutcracker. It's set in a junkyard. It's just
And ballet. Tim,
yeah.
Go on. What were you
I was just gonna say, just remember that these rats are named dancing rats.
Yeah, they're just the rats, and
we're the rats.
They do this. They're trying to capture Eustace and Muriel. They capture Eustace right away. Courage tries to protect Muriel. Hilarity ensues. A lot of antics with the Nutcracker.
Turns out you can do a lot with a Nutcracker.
A lot with a Nutcracker. I've said that for years. You can do a lot with a Nutcracker. Yeah, you more than crack nuts. You can do other things like dig holes.
To be fair, he has said that for years. You can do a lot of more things.
You can do a lot. Well, you can do a lot more things than Nutcracker than just crack nuts.
Like the last time we were playing Hunt Showdown, Taylor was just like, "You can do a lot more."
See that? If you had a Nutcracker, we wouldn't have got shot in the face.
Apropos of nothing, you can do a lot. You can do a lot more with a Nutcracker than just crack nuts.
And we're just like, what the fuck are you talking about, Taylor? And he's like,
we're fighting this spider abomination, but if we had a Nutcracker, it'd all be fine.
It'd be over.
It'd be over. I'd have done it already. And so you crack. He uses the Nutcracker to do things like dig holes, to like wedge things, to
make a telescope,
to make a periscope. Yeah. All of these fun things.
He won Red October.
He did. He found the hunt and he won. He does all of these things while the rats are trying to take Muriel and Eustace. Again, medley of Nutcracker. If you've seen one Nutcracker episode, you've seen every other Nutcracker episode that's ever existed in anything. Some of them are more like, true to the original source material. This one's a pretty loosey-goosey interpretation.
This one's just, hey, we got rats, we got a Nutcracker. We're gonna play
some
of the music.
I got a Nutcracker.
We're gonna play a lot of royalty-free music this episode.
We're gonna do a classic courage conundrum. We're gonna take the
Billy
bags.
Aronson tried his best to write this episode. And all he did was find a bunch of royalty-free music and said, I could write to this.
No, I think he definitely was just like everyone.
Could you repeat that?
He just said, everyone else has done a Nutcracker episode. Why don't we do one?
All right.
That's what I was hoping you weren't going to say.
That's just what it was. And so they did one. And then, the rats are trying to eat Muriel and Eustace. Courage gets his courage when he finally realizes that he can use the Nutcracker to, like, beat the ballerina dancing rats. And that's what he does. He beats them, and then they leave. And they escape the dancing rats, and Courage gets to keep his Nutcracker even with his broken teeth after Eustace tries to use it.
Cracks it. And fails.
And then we see Courage's horribly cracked teeth. And it's a Nutcracker episode, folks. And that's it. It's a Nutcracker episode. You can go watch it. That's fine.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm just going to tell you. That's what it is. I'm not... Sometimes, again, we have to do the fun disclaimer thing. We don't have to do the whole thing. Like, this was a 15-minute episode. You can sum it up in 2.
Yeah,
it's 2 minutes.
Much. It was
a Nutcracker episode.
It was a lot of just visual comedy,
visual
slapstick.
Yeah, D. Lung shows up, stuck on flypaper.
A lot of old characters.
A parachute lady shows up in a
Stop
cupboard.
Reading the wiki. That's my job.
The laundry machine that Muriel.
Nope, that's just a laundry machine.
No, it was her as a laundry machine.
There's cameos all over the place,
Nope, I'm gonna fight you.
You shouldn't.
The pot? That's the same pot they try to cook them in some other episodes,
I think I saw cats in the background for like a frame.
These two chuckle fucks. This entire time, dear listener, we're going like, wow, look at all these references to other things. I'm like, they're not references. They're just things that also happen, guys. This is what I get.
You don't want to accept it as being a reference doesn't mean it's not a reference.
It's not a reference just because it's a thing that looks like a thing.
Well, then why does it look exactly like it?
It doesn't look exactly like it. It's just they have one asset.
Because the same person drew it.
Exactly like it.
Oh my god.
It's a reference.
Listen, Taylor, I'm a big believer that even the people who write and make these cartoons don't realize how many references they're putting into it. I'm someone who likes to go onto wikis and put all the references that could possibly be there. Even if the one time they're also slightly racist, because we did find a couple of those in here in this wiki. So
that's my noise for you. Okay.
I mean, that's usually what you
guys That's
do.
my noise for you people.
That's usually the noise you present to us, so it's fair.
It's just you guys sitting here trying to be like it's not a thing. You're just doing it to make me cranky. That's what you're doing. And you know that you're doing it to make me cranky because you giggle every time.
Never.
I would never giggle, sir. I laugh like a man. And by that I mean I giggle like a
Are you
schoolgirl.
saying giggling is feminine? Because giggling belongs to everyone.
How about we talk about some trivia?
Cancel him.
Dig my hole. I like how even the plot for this in the wiki is less than a paragraph. Like
it's less than a paragraph because it's just not anything. It's the Nutcracker. It's just the Nutcracker. It's just rats.
I will say
the moment we say Nutcracker special, we've covered it.
Hopefully, if not, then there's a lot of explaining. Because it could be something else. But my favorite part of the wiki right now, and there is trivia, and I'll get to it here in a second, is the comment on this page for this one, which we don't. There's not usually comments on these, right? It seems like we got the season 4. Yeah. There are comments on every single one of them.
Season 4 is the comment season.
Yeah, because that's when everybody jumped in.
And this one was
because of us
in 2013.
Absolutely.
And it's written by a person named a fandom user, which we're on the Courage.
Hey, it's my comment.
It's just it's
it literally says my favorite episode. You know, I couldn't agree more.
Hey,
we all have a favorite episode.
You need to, buddy, whoever wrote that, we gotta
It is back in 2013. Things could have changed.
You can't tell him what his favorite episode is.
I'm
That's
not going to tell him
right.
what his favorite episode is, but I'm going to tell. Hey, maybe you should go back and look at some other ones.
Hey, don't you gaslight a fandom user, dude. Come on.
Sorry. I don't
Anyways,
think that's
trivia.
gaslighting. I think that's just me telling them to. Okay.
Your
No.
opinions on episode might not be the same as his, okay?
I
Do
don't
trivia.
think. It seems as though that you guys don't know how words work today.
Oh no, I know how words work.
I'm just saying you're
Kind of.
just over judging his opinion. Is all
Okay.
I'm getting at.
I was gonna say something clever about words, but I actually could not come up with anything. Which is ironic. Anyways, trivia. First part of trivia. D-Long randomly appears to be stuck on a piece of flypaper the rats use
And
trying
then
to
he's
capture
gone.
courage.
Not trivia, just a thing that happened.
But he's there, Taylor. It's
a
a
cameo.
reference.
It's a cameo,
fine.
not a The Nutcracker is a ballet by the person who wrote the Nutcracker, and the great
Read
classical
it.
composer.
Yeah, read the name.
Wait.
Tchaikovsky.
It's Tchaikovsky, baby.
I got it. There we go. Oh, I was lucky. This ballet is an annual favorite at Christmas time. It is March.
Yeah, but this
Well-
is that doesn't matter. That's trivia. That's at
This-
least trivia.
This premiered in September.
It doesn't matter though. That's at least trivia.
You're right.
That person isn't commenting on the episode. They're commenting on Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker.
Correct. One of the dolls
Don't
Courage
shit
plays.
down their throat.
One of the dolls Courage plays Tea Party with, which is at the beginning before the actual rats show up, is a Randy the Robot action figure from earlier on. Randy
Yeah.
the Robot was the guy who came to conquer Earth and made them make sculptures of deer,
Maybe.
wooden animals
got
and
a-
stuff.
I like to carve deers, but he kind of
Yeah.
looked like a Christopher Walken like impersonator.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was carving stuff and he made them dig. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
The last piece of trivia. Parachute Lady appears in Grandfather Clock, and she screams when Courage opens it. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm reading this in broken English, it's because that's how it's written. Because Parachute Lady appears in Grandfather Clock.
Yeah, it
And
was
she
the grandfather clock.
It was
It
not.
was just like a wardrobe.
Yeah. Depressing. But other than that, that's it for this one. I mean, there's nothing on here that strikes me as else.
It's-
Yeah, it's a 2 Nutcrackers out of 5.
Oh, you went straight for the
He
jugular.
stole the Nutcrackers. He
Oh, you
just-
went-
It's just
just
every
took
other
it.
Nutcracker thing. The thing is, I think by this time, and I'm not
Taylor
viewing,
just hates Nutcracker. He
Yeah.
just does.
I'm not viewing this from my current perspective. I'm viewing it from the perspective of someone who has, growing up watched a lot of cartoons and everything else. I think
What was your
you-
favorite Nutcracker cartoon? Then?
I don't think I have one because I think I just
do.
got bored of them.
Tom and Jerry. Best Nutcracker.
Okay. But I just think that's
Taylor's
kind
like,
of where I'm at with it. Where I'm just I don't know. I don't need a Nutcracker. I'm tired. I don't need to see him. I'm good.
He prefers the Rudolphs.
Yeah.
Rudolph's.
Yeah, he gets it.
Gosh, I don't know. I want to give this. I don't know. Because
I
a
can't
2 is
think he
very
took the
fair.
Nutcracker. So what the fuck are we gonna do?
Well,
There's other things.
mine is the number more of.
No.
Because a 2 is fair, probably pretty close to what it needs to be. The animation's not bad. It's season 4, right? It's a watchable episode. If it came on, it's very much filler.
And as a kid, that's all you really need at some points.
Yeah, and it looks cool, and you're always expecting to see something different. You could get a few laughs out of it. I'm gonna give this 3 ripped off bear heads out of 5.
I don't like it.
Most people don't. If you're wondering what we're referencing here, Courage does do a little tea party at the beginning of this episode with a stuffed bear that he found, which had the head ripped off. The Nutcracker, and then the aforementioned robot Randy action figures. have a little tea party.
3. It was good. I like it. I don't really want to give it a number, sadly. I want to go with like 3 out of 5, Parachute Girls out of 5, but like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Can you abbreviate that to Screaming Parachute?
Screaming Parachute Girls. So the SPGs? Yeah, okay.
Never mind. Go back to what you were doing. I hate that.
No, SPGs. No,
SPGs.
you wanted it.
They
Oh, God.
SPGs. They're like SCPs, except different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We got there. Eventually.
Get it.
Well,
When
that's
life
the
gives you
end.
courage cartoons, sometimes you just gotta deal with what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad to be on season 4.
And I had a good time with these. I didn't hate them.
Yeah, they're fun. I think
I
season
feel
4 will
like
be good.
I feel like the last few episodes I've been pretty negative, but this one was pretty good.
Well,
Yeah.
for now,
Yeah,
they're good.
Hey.
Dun, dun, dun.
I have hope looking forward because I think my favorite one is in season 4.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of season 4, so
I think that I know the very last episode is one of the most memed Courage episodes ever. So.
Well, we'll get there, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, we will. That's a hard claim because Freaky Fred is meme to hell.
Yeah. No.
But
yeah. You said
You
the things.
said
I
words.
wasn't gonna.
I
Yeah.
will take it. That's
stand. Your hill.
Tim stands on hills that we all know will die.
That's
but
your
it's okay.
hill, and I'm. You know what? I'm excited for you to either sustain that hill or lose it very quickly.
You know
I'll
what?
play
In
Risk
King
with
of the
Tim
Hill,
any day.
yeah, I was gonna say it's basically what it is at this point. But good start to season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. Season 4 starting out strong.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Good times.
Good time.
Now here's the real question: how many episodes are in season 4? That's
I don't fucking know.
Episodes we have left.
Don't tell anyone. Leave it a mystery. They can look it up themselves.
Yeah. You can look it up yourself. You can look it up yourself. There's 13.
How dare you? How dare you ruin it?
I would say we have 15 episodes because we still have to go back and do one. And
Taylor, it wasn't for them. It was for me. I didn't know.
Also, that was 13 in as in there's 13 full episodes, Tim. So
yes,
there's 14 left.
Oh,
14 then with the reshoot.
Yep.
Actually 13 with the reshoot because this is the first one of episode 4.
I like to give an extra one though.
13
I
episodes.
don't know what's going to happen.
Because we might put in a video game in there. Who knows?
Yeah, we might go play Courage the game.
No,
we've already done that. Or also,
that's probably more, right?
If I can get Dilworth, we might review Dilworth.
We're gonna play the Courage the Cowardly board game.
We're gonna go ahead and make an addendum to things that individuals say at this part of the podcast are not necessarily legally binding and have no actual
there's no
content guarantee at all.
We end this.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.